We are in a dangerous environment. The temperature fluctuates violently, from over 50 degrees Celsius 1 minute to little more than 5 degrees Celsius another. Humidity is high. Every surface drips with moisture. Alkaline usually, acid sometimes. And in every nook and cranny there are organic materials in various stages of decomposition. And why is it dangerous? It is a battleground fought over by enzymes and bacteria, where starches are broken down by enzyme activity, where bacteria feed on the sugars produced. And where is this lethal world? Open wide. That's lovely. That's good. Been away lately then?
Uh-huh.
Holidays?
Uh-huh.
Great. That's very nice. Yes. Okay. Could be a bit cleaner. I think we'll have to see the hygienist.
Take one of the toughest materials on Earth, hard enough to chew on, resistant to scratching, unreactive to most known substances, capable of dealing with rapid temperature changes, and able in some circumstances to repair itself when damaged. A layer no more than 1 millimeter thick can protect a tooth for life. Now, add some organic matter, food. Keep it warm until the bacteria flourishes. Let it stand until a hard deposit forms for the bacteria to live in. You now have plaque. Leave it several days and the sugar is oxidized into acid. Eventually, you will have the finished product, a cavity. One of the toughest materials on Earth has been destroyed. So what do? Stop plaque forming. But how do you do that? Well, clean your teeth regularly, like this. Using firm, regular movements, no scrubbing. Use dental floss to get to the places that you can't reach with your toothbrush. And remember, teeth are wonderful. Teeth will last you a lifetime if you take care of them. But if you don't,
And teeth, brilliant. General Wolfe didn't think so. He was a really, really famous soldier, but he had rubbish teeth. In 1759, he commanded the British Army in Canada against the French. In July of that year, his army laid siege to Quebec, the final French fortress in Canada. When General Wolfe led his final assault, the fortress fell. But even as they raised the flag above the citadel, General Wolfe died, shot by a French sniper. He was a brave man, but he also had really bad teeth. Being a brave man, he had them filled in by the army surgeon. The holes in his teeth were filled with lead. After all, what else would they use? Lead was in plentiful supply. Every soldier carried these, musket balls, and they were made of lead. It melted at a low temperature, over a campfire, so it was easy to cut. In fact, there's only one problem. It reacts slowly to produce poisonous compounds. This can take a really, really long time. These compounds can be absorbed into the body. It's a serious poison. So, if General Wolfe hadn't died of one form of lead poisoning, he probably would have died of another!
So, we need a material that is hard-wearing, malleable, unreactive, and completely non-toxic.
Do we?
Well, of course we do.
Well, what for then?
To fill teeth.
Oh, right.
Well, can you think of anything?
Oh, no, I can't, no.
It's right under your nose.
Is it?
Well, of course it is.
Oh, right, right.
Gold.
Yes.
Did you know they've been using gold leaf to repair teeth for hundreds of years?
Have they?
Maybe thousands.
Oh, and?
And the Etruscans used gold wire to repair false teeth?
And were these false teeth gold then?
No, they were teeth.
Oh, right, right.
You see this ring? I've had this 3 months, completely unmarked, and malleable, and completely unreactive.
Well, how do you know that then?
Because I'm going to drop this in a beaker of concentrated nitric acid.
Well, do you mean like this?
Told you.
Isn't there just one problem?
What?
Well, gold's expensive, isn't it? Don't you have to be rich?
But I am.
Well, I'm not.
Oh.
That's great. Little wider. Is that all right? A little of number 4, I think. Wonderful stuff, amalgam, you know. 2 metals, one dissolved in another. Amazing, isn't it? Yes. Mercury, liquid at room temperature. Add an alloy of silver and tin. Mix the two together. The powder dissolves. Pour the solution into the cavity. Leave it for a few seconds, and the perfect filling. Thank you. How's that then? All right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Great.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Excuse me, but isn't mercury toxic? I thought it was more poisonous than lead.
Of course it is. Mercury at room temperature gives off vapors. They are very poisonous. So, mercury dissolves an alloy of silver and tin. Reactions occur, producing a hard solid. That is why we use it to fill teeth. They certainly do not give off any toxic vapors. It's very hard wearing. The material is very difficult to dislodge, making it the perfect filling.
But it doesn't look very nice, does it?
Afraid to smile? Tired of all those old fillings? Had it up to here with a head full of metal? You are? Well, help is at hand. You could have a smile like this.
All you need is a Composite, the new wonder filling. Tough as amalgam, virtually unreactive, completely non-toxic, and convenient to use.
And how does it work? It's nothing but plastic and glass. The special glass is mixed with a substance which polymerizes. When exposed to an intense blue light, what do you get?
A thermoset that will outlast your smile.
Right. Well, I left school when I was 13, and I went to work at Shaw's Mill, that one just here. And, well, everybody did at that time. Well, I stayed there until I was married, yes. And when I was I 20? Yes, I was 21. We were engaged by then. Well, it was on my birthday, and on my dinner hour, I went to the dentist and he had all my teeth taken out and a new set of false teeth put in.
And were your teeth bad at the time?
Oh, no. It was just a present, see. Well, my mother used to always say, teeth, they come with trouble and they go with trouble. Well, it was the best way.
Many women had all their teeth pulled out in one visit. They were very brave. In the profession, they called it the Highland clearance. Their husbands or fathers thought it was cheaper to pull them all out rather than keep repairing them.
What happens if your teeth decay or your gums become diseased? You end up here. Well, you don't, but an impression of your teeth does, on the bench of a maker of false teeth. It's actually quite amazing the skill that goes into this. The making of bridges that will carry the teeth made of modern high-density acrylics, and the shaping of the teeth, which can be of porcelain or acrylic, and can even be coloured to match the teeth they replace. This is a full set of dentures. They're hard-wearing, incredible tensile and compressive strength. They won't stain and they don't react with anything within the human body. They are non-toxic. It's an amazing piece of technology. I didn't realise false teeth could look so good. I'm surprised you still use gold. It seems a very old-fashioned material.
Yes. Gold's been found to be one of the best materials in the mouth. It's very strong, very compatible with the other tissues in the mouth. Its erosion is very similar to the natural dentition.
Tell me about this other set of teeth.
I'm gradually building the porcelain up into the basic shape of the tooth. I'm using the dentine porcelain first. We try and simulate the natural tooth. And then I will carve the tooth into the correct shape. And every tooth is completely different. These porcelain veneers are mainly used for cosmetic reasons. If the teeth are misshapen or stained, the dentist removes a small amount of enamel in preparation. We then replace this with porcelain to try and disguise the shape or correct the shape and hide the staining. They're then bonded back onto the tooth.
Did you know that the first false teeth ever found were over 2,500 years old? Real teeth from dead bodies, wired to your natural teeth. Great, really hygienic. They did use gold wire though. Henry III, King of France 400 years ago. He used some of the same, but his were made of bone. Pity they turned black. For the 18th century man or woman about town, a nice set of ivory dentures, including plate. They looked good. They fell out when you ate anything, and yes, you've guessed it, they turned black, and they smelled, and they could make you rather ill. So why not use glazed ceramic teeth? Hard wearing, terrific smile, and they didn't stain, until the glaze wore off, that is. Oh, and they did tend to break, too rigid. And there was a general problem. Open your mouth, and the top set fell out. But help was at hand. Rubber teeth. Well, the bases were made of vulcanite, hardened rubber. Teeth could be made out of almost anything. Although celluloid wasn't recommended for smokers, they were known to ignite. So, from 1850 to 1945, rubber ruled, until the coming of plastic. Lighter, thinner, stronger, cleaner and cheaper. A miracle of material science.
The future of dentistry is going to concentrate on the preventive aspects of dentistry. This way we can keep the natural teeth, which is the best material in the mouth. With regard to restorations, the development is going to continue along the cosmetic aspects. The white fillings, they need to be improved so that they're as good as the traditional restorations, amalgams and gold, and to mimic even closer the natural tooth substance. I don't see a return to the metal restorations, however good they are, because people are more aware of the appearance of the teeth, and that's where the developments and the demands are going to be. In an idealistic world, we would expect the dentist to have less sort of drilling to do, but in fact that hasn't happened. The amount of decay in some areas, around Manchester for instance, is very high, so the role of the dentist hasn't changed significantly in recent years. He's still got a lot of fillings, etc. to do, but we are encouraging the preventive aspects to hopefully reduce this, because it's very difficult to reproduce the complex structure of a tooth substance to give it that natural aesthetic look.
That wasn't too bad, was it?